Alrighty then, so tonight we are going to take a little reprieve from some of the excess drama, if you will, and I'm gonna relax a little bit and show you guys a little bit of how I train when I'm talking about gaming. Now, this is not gonna be specifically trading I'm gonna show you, but I'm gonna show you guys how trading and gaming are related and some of the techniques that I employ, even from things like if you are a professional gamer and then you're coming into professional trading. Why I tell you that you need to practice everything from when you're gonna go into sim, what kind of sim. Like I'll talk about 4 different types of days you guys need to be practicing. If you're doing market replay, you guys have seen my video on improving your trading with market replay and tips around that. If you haven't seen that one, you need to go back and check that one out. Very, very powerful video. But in market replay, you need to not just practice randomly, you need to practice with a direction, okay? So what are the 4 different types of days that we need to be practicing with our trade setups? I'm gonna show you guys some of that here tonight and show you guys how it relates to some of the gaming. Make sure if you haven't done so already, follow us over here on our Instagram for all the behind the scenes stuff. Of course, you wanna learn how we earn right here on our Discord channel chat. Links down in the description down below. I'm gonna show you guys some of my warm-up routines, and I'm gonna show you guys how I have 3 different maps that I'm going to warm up with in my gaming in the same way that you should be doing your market replay on 4 different types of days. So what are the 4 different types of days? So number 1, we need to do fast days. Markets where the markets are super fast, super hot. You need to get a set of those days, practice those. Those are what we call the candy days. I personally believe that the fast days are easier. Now, you may not be at the point in your career where you think that's the case, but once you have gone fast and you've executed in fast, everything else kind of slows down. I'm gonna show you guys some of that here tonight. So get your notes out, write it down, and hey, real quick, smash that like button for me. All right, if you haven't done so already, smash it. Oh, I thought I had a little thing down here for that, but no. Smash the like button real quick, drop me a comment down below, and you need to have those 4 different types of days. So the fast one we talked about. Slow days are the hardest days, in my opinion. Those are the days that you really need to rely on. For us, use our audio box system. Sit back, wait for the audio box to queue up that, hey, the markets are maybe hopping right now, but you need to practice that in market replay so that when the live events occur, you will be able to handle that, okay? Another type of day, we want a trending day, heavy trend, very, very hard trend, like a trend where we are just moving up all day. You need to practice those because you do not want to be caught on the wrong side of a day where the markets are doing straight runs up, right? You don't want to be caught on that move all the way to the highs or all the way to the lows, either side where you're trying to reverse that trade. You need to practice those days so you can recognize when that occurs. That is your 3rd type of day. Fourthly, is the market days where we are like pre-FOMC or we're sitting inside of the golden ropes on the high time frames. Inside those golden ropes, we're gonna be having lots of reversals, lots of turning points, lots of pivots where you're gonna be able to go long and short on those days. Those are your 4 different types of days, so write those down and then go into market replay. Download those types of days, categorize them for yourself, put them into folders, and then practice those. Now, you might wanna have, maybe specifically, if you find 4 perfect days that meet those criteria, save them in a folder and come back and practice them again and again. And here is why. I'm going to show you guys here tonight where you're going to see some things in my gaming where you're like, that seems really repetitive. But once you start to see things over and over and over again, you're executing, making it so perfect that you become unstoppable. More clicks, more ticks. Write that one down. More clicks, more ticks. The numbers of clicks that you make will determine how many ticks you can make. You got me? All right, so let me show you guys some of my crazy fun with some Quake here tonight, shall we? All right, we shall. So I'm gonna come on down here into my Quake window here. This is a very fast-paced game, and hopefully you guys are gonna be able to hear me all right, and it's not too loud. Oof, that's gonna be really loud. Okay, hold on a second. Let me adjust that microphone. It's been super loud, hold on. Menu settings, sound. Let's crank that down. Maybe that'll help. Apply. Wait for it. All right, so this first map that I'm gonna go into, I have 3 different map types that I like to warm up with when I'm going into some Quake gaming. If you really want to get serious about it, and again, gaming can be just fun, right? Shoot, all my stuff's all jacked up. Hold on. Pause the video. Alrighty then, and we are back. So, okay, so we got this lined up here. So I've got my Quake Live going on right here, and it has some cool commands. So eventually, you get really good at things. A lot of people don't even know all these commands, but I'm a geek at heart and I know all the crazy commands for adding all this stuff. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into a dev map. So /dev map, I'm gonna put myself into this like doing sim, okay? So in my gaming, I'm going to go into a dev map and I'm going to launch up, this one's called Campgrounds. So this one has a particular type of thing that I wanna do, and then I wanna do a CA, which means Clan Arena, and I will run that, which I've already done. I'm already in this one here now, so I want to talk about that, but I am now in dev mode, which means I can give myself God mode, okay? So I'm gonna go /God mode. Now it's God mode off, God mode on, which means now I cannot be killed, okay? Now this is like playing simulation, right? So I can't die now, and now I want to also give myself, I've got a key command bound to unlimited ammo, so I can practice all of my weapons. Now, this is like you, trading with an account size that's larger than what you're gonna be able to play in-game, but I've always told you it is better to practice where you want to be rather than where you are. It is always easier to scale down than it is to scale up. So now we want to take massive amounts of clicks. Remember what I told you, more clicks, more ticks. So I am now going to, this is like what I do back when I was, trying to play competitively in Quake and other games, that I would take it to the nth degree and I would sit in my own server by myself, not going out there and playing live, not going out there and going against people initially. Before I go out there and showcase myself to the world and go out there into a live environment, I want to do this in sim first. So without further ado, let's do that. So I'm in my map here, and once you get really good at Quake is one of these games where like one single person, there is a massive level in skill gaps on this game where you can do things that no one else can do once you are kind of the best of the best. They've got certain classifications of something called ELO, and I'm kind of high up there. I mean, I'm bad compared to like the super pro guys, but I mean, I can get around. I can do all the cool rocket jumps and flings and running through maps super fast and all that kind of stuff like you're seeing right now. But now, once I've kind of got my warm up, I'm kind of running around the map, feeling pretty good, kind of getting my mouse feelings down. Mouse matters. Your settings on your mouse need to be the proper sensitivity. Now, some of you guys might get actually sick. Speaking of sensitivity, you might be sensitive to motion sickness. This game is very prone to that for people who are very quick like me. You guys are kind of riding in the back seat with me. You're kind of like riding in a car that's moving super fast at high speeds, and I'm flipping you around. So if you start to feel nauseous right now, just turn away from the monitor, don't look real quick, and maybe just listen in to me for a little bit. But I'm about to come in here and I'm going to add some bots to the game now, okay? So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to start at the top of the arena here, and I'm going to start adding in a bunch of bots, okay? I'm just going to have them just come at me, okay? I'm going to throw in 3 bots. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put them on their highest skill level. Okay, I got 3 reds coming at me. I'm on team blue. All right, let's see what I can do. I'm gonna get warmed up here, and I am just gonna start waylaying on these guys, hopefully. Now I might need to turn up my volume just a little bit here because I need to hear when I kill these guys. I get used to being able to. Whoa. There we go. There's a good streak right there. Not too bad. All right, so I mean that's neat and all, but can I hit all these shots? This is all about hitting all your targets, right? You wanna get a lot of practice in on hitting them all. Like, don't miss. I just keep telling myself in my head, don't miss. Okay, I am not gonna miss. I just tell myself I am not gonna miss any shot. I'm not worried about missing a shot because I am already telling myself I'm gonna hit every shot. These guys are not even gonna get away from me. Not gonna have a chance. That was a bad jump. Oh, got that guy on the backside. Bam, bam. Now I'm looking for my next target. I am now causing my brain to just start to react. I'm not even thinking anymore. My hands are just moving. I am just into the game, reacting to what is coming around me, and I'm going to blast some guys and just get used to running this map, running in amok very fast, and just taking a lot of these. Now, I actually got this idea from one of the top Quake guys named, his code name is Wares. And Wares was the one who told me, I said, how do I improve my aim and stuff like this? He said, look, go into a server, add 3 bots in it, and just go to town on it. For the first few minutes, he says, do this. He tells me to put this, he told me to do the lightning gun first, because this is your hit rate, called your hit scan weapon. So I'm going to be just putting my mouse right on the guy and just telling myself, like, don't miss. And don't let it come off. And you're trying to get around 70% accuracy on this weapon. Your hit scan weapon first, make sure you got it nice and tight, and then start to switch to your other weapons. So you're going to see me, even though I should be using other weapons in most cases like this, right now I just want to work on dodging, moving left and right, and putting my cursor right on it. Now you also might notice I have a unique cursor. Like most people have like a crosshair in the center of their screen, and you notice mine kind of looks like, I call them shoes. I got 2 little shoes. I like this shape for me. I decided I like this one because when I'm doing rocket launches, I picture these 2 little things like fitting right in their feet. You see how their feet are right there? I picture these 2 little things going right on their feet, and when you're doing a rocket jump play, you really want to be shooting at their feet. And so I just picture their little feet like popping right in there, and then I can just pop guys around like this with my weapons. Okay, so knowing your weapons is important in the same way that when you're going to be trading, knowing your strategies and being a pro at your strategy so that you are ready to execute quickly. Okay, so I'm going to finish up my hit scan. I'll be doing this for a few minutes, and then I'm going to switch weapons, and I'm going to start trying to do a bunch of rails, and then I'm going to combine them all together off of this map in this location. Okay, so all right, so I'm done with this kind of warm up, and now I'm going to start maybe doing some rails, and I'm going to come out in this open area and practice what's called my flick rails. Okay, I'm going to try to hit every single one of these. I'm hitting them pretty good so far. Not too bad. Got that guy. Oh, missed one. Oh, missed another one. Oh man, I'm missing. In some of these positions, these are not the shots you want to be taking, because you would normally want to be using a different type of weapon in this location, but I'm just kind of warming it up right now. And of course I'm missing some sound too, so I can't really hear where the directions from the guys are coming, and some of the little dings that I'm used to hearing when I kill somebody, or if I know that they're partially dead. See, I just automatically switch to my rocket when I know I'm supposed to use my rocket. Sometimes you get the habit where you're just going to be good at doing that, but then you're missing out on your practice. So once I've gotten all warmed up, you kind of get the point that I'm going to go out here and then I'm going to just absolutely blast these guys. So now I'm going to switch to my favorite, my rocket launcher. And you know, who doesn't love a good rocket launcher? You know what I'm saying? Like these, I love the mid-airs. I try to get mid-airs all the time. Those are fun. I'm going to blast this guy hopefully twice if I can catch him. There's one. I missed him. I'm rusty. I'm feeling on the spot right now. So what's interesting is because I'm playing with you guys right now, while y'all are all watching, I am actually super nervous. This is almost like being in game right now, because I'm trying to talk and do all this at the same time. Normally, I'm not missing any of these shots. I am like destroying these guys left and right, and they do not stand a chance against me when I'm coming in here with the bots. I got God mode on, so I'm not worried about dying, and I'm just going and focusing on dodging, movements, and destroying guys anywhere that they're located, and putting my mouse on the guy in his face like that, and explosions will occur. All right, so now let me see if I can put on my Tryhard hat here. So I'm gonna turn up my volume just a little bit and go into S volume 3. All right, and now I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit, maybe crank up the music, and I'm gonna see how much damage we can do here, how many kills I can rack up in a few minutes. All right, how about that? Does that sound good? All right, so let me crank this up here. Put on my Tryhard music. These guys can enjoy some music, and I'm gonna try to be quiet. I'm turning off my microphone so you can't even hear me. All right, so let's kick some bots here real quick. And so, you know, that might be my level 1. So now I've practiced a particular type of map. Now I want to go to a couple others. And again, I know this is a single repetitive, but trust me, hang with me here just a minute. We're gonna get back to our trading here in just a minute, but I just want to show you guys the level of dedication that this takes if you're going to be at a professional level in anything you do. Some people just think that gaming, oh, kids just go out there and just game. The guys who really play gaming at the highest levels, they sit here and they are willing to go into their own server, sit there and just until literally their eyes and their hands are just doing things. It's just now it's a natural reaction. It's almost hard for me, like earlier when I was playing in that one section, to like limit myself to only trading, only firing rails. And so I said they were talking about trading already, only using the railgun. Because when I'm sitting here only using the railgun, I mean, there's certain scenarios where, well, you know that in a real game that I would be switching over to something else as the guy's getting close to me. But when I'm forcing myself to do this is almost like trading the wrong strategy at the wrong time. Okay, hear me out on this. Like, let's say that you're a headshot player, okay? If you trade headshots and headshots alone, okay, and headshots are the only thing you're doing, but then the market has shifted and now we're in another type of position. If you force yourself to continuously only sit there and trade headshots, well, you may have some beautiful two-finger salute setups, you may have some awesome, you know, divergence plays, you may have some HMDs that are coming in, or sharkbacks. Like sharkbacks are all over. Again, if you're in, like a good example of this is in a sideways market where we are in the golden ropes on the high time frames, well, you really should be looking at those shark plays, especially HMDs as well, or a play that pushes into you know, one of our Obos levels, and we'll talk about that in some of our newer videos as we come out with those on the new website. But I want to talk about your training, your practice, and like understanding that you've got to go in there and practice, whether it is, you know, in gaming like this or in market replay. Spend some time on your own, click, and then so now I'm going to switch levels like you should do in your market replay. I'm going to switch levels, I'm going to switch days, okay? /dev map, and I'm going to go to one called Trinity, okay? And I'm going to do CA, oops. All right, so now this is a different type of map that has a different kind of feel and different obstacles and barriers to be able to go through this level. And I'm going to turn my cheat on. All right, I'm going to go God mode. And I got my give all. All right, so this one, you notice that my reticle is a little bit different. So now I'm going to practice with this reticle, which reticle is your crosshair. Some people refer to it as crosshair, some people refer to it as a reticle or a crosshair. Okay, so now we're going to try it with this one. I don't know why my weapons are... Oh, my weapons are frozen. Hold on. All right, bring it on back there. All right, so I had to do the give all button. So to be able to do give all, that now I have all the weapons. It's like, why don't I not have all my weapons? What's going on? Let me turn the volume back down here one more time here, so we can kick this off here. And I'll show you again. I'm not going to do as long here on this one, but I hope you guys are kind of catching the point here on this. That let me get all the way down to point 1 here. And that, you know, so now I'm going to practice in a different map, right? First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come in. This is a map where I've got to have a different little traversing. I'm having to have these little gaps here that I'm trying to have to hop across, where you have to use some of your force of momentum. In this game, it's all about using something called your strafe jumping, which is a weird concept, but you're literally strafing while jumping, which is something that's like a Quake only momentum type of thing, in the only game in the world that really has this, and they made it famous, and so it's why this game is so cool, to be able to let people do that. But so then I will practice in this game doing the same thing, doing trick jumps to get from one place to another, being able to stay on the platform without falling off, going all the way around the map and making this jump. Oh, got it. Sometimes that's a hard one to get, and then popping back, coming back up, being able to take out guys, etc., etc. And then I'll do the same thing. I'll run a gambit of, you know, bots going through and you know, just basically destroying them for a bit, side by side, kind of, you know, same thing we've done before. But you know, these are the things that you know, I want you to because he's not there. I'm trying to add bot, not pick bot. How about that? Let's go up to, I've got a command in here for add bot. I already typed in, so I don't have to type it again. There it is, because I'm lazy. Boom, 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 3, and here we go. All right, so now we're gonna have our kill bots coming in, and I'm gonna, of course, demolish them, because that's what I do. But, you know, practicing all of the movements throughout each different type of map, when you run into the player, you know, reacting quickly and being able to get your shots off in different locations, make sure that you are popping grenades down hallways, things like this that you're going to do in a real game. And then when you get into the real game, you've taken so many shots that now it doesn't matter what they're throwing at you, that you are prepared for anything that they throw at you, whether it is in gaming or trading. But I wanted to kind of just have a little fun with this one here tonight and show you guys like how I you know, trade practice, if I will, with my gaming as well as doing market replay for trading. And we'll do some of that. We're gonna actually go straight into some market replay stuff. Balance. Okay. Let me kick out these bots here so we can talk some more about what we would do. So I do these two maps, and then there's one more. I'll kind of show you guys like flipping through real quick on this. I'm gonna go to another map. So we're gonna go to dev map instead of Trinity. So this is like me switching to doing market replay against a trending market. So now I want to go to one called Asylum. And this is like, I don't know, this is like going to Day Trader Paradise's house or ICT's house where the real nutbags hang out, right? So we're playing this Asylum map, and this one gets really crazy. There's a lot of overhead stuff. You're having to do a lot more up and down. The levels, you know, you're going 3 levels up, 3 levels down, all types of things. So this is a different type of map, but I'll practice in this one as well before I get going against real players. And then once I've gotten all warmed up, then I'm ready to go. Now, some of you guys may have heard my stats in the past that, you know, I still have yet to this day, as far as I recall. Now, I may have missed a day somewhere in there, but if I have ever done a market replay the day before or the day of, I have yet to have a losing day. Now, I almost want to knock on wood here that because it's like, as I say this, I'm always nervous. I'm like, as soon as I say it, then one day I'm gonna come in here and be like, yeah, so I did market replay last night, so today's like a, you know, guaranteed win day, and then I mess one up, right? I like having that ability. I'm almost nervous sometimes to do the market replay and then go into live market because I almost don't want to ruin that stake, that streak, because I feel like, you know, I take pride in that I have not had a losing day after market replay. But in the same way, like, I know that if I warm up in a game like this, and then I go and I practice against even some of the, not practice, but like get into live games with some of the best guys in the world, that I know that I kind of stand a chance now that I can do fairly well. Not too bad if I'm all warmed up and I'm just feeling it, right? Sometimes you're just in the flow of things, and same thing with gaming or with trading. And you'll notice that the more that you market replay, the more you start to feel yourself getting in tune with the market. Like me right now, just floating around this map. I just know this map like the back of my hand. I've done this so many times, and you're going to start to see market patterns that repeat. You're going to see market personalities that repeat, and you're going to be comfortable with the game, ready to play it. And again, for us, our trading style is a lot different than other places where they're trying to just find levels and doing a lot of technical analysis around all that. Ours is more reaction style, gaming type of plays in the markets, and it's important that you put in that practice in the same way that I'm going to practice in a game. You need to be practicing in your day trading to make sure that you've got all those clicks, because again, I always keep repeating to you that more clicks, the more ticks you're going to make with our system. So get in there, do that market replay, click, 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 take those trades, especially in that middle 40 days. Do not neglect those middle 40 days where I'm telling you, like, it doesn't, you're not really focusing on the big wins. You just want to make sure that you are executing well, that you've got your mechanics down right, like things like me floating through the map here. You notice I'm doing this all with no enemies in the map right now, so they're not distracting me. I can fully focus on just the direction at hand and doing this over and over again, going through various paths in a map. That's going to make it so that when I'm playing this in a real game with real people, that I am in it to win it, right? I just have this map down pat so that nobody is going to stand a chance against me in this map. And this is how you get good at games. This is how you get good at the game of ALGO Box as well. All right, hope I didn't make too many of you guys sick and nauseous with this game, because again, oftentimes there's so much movement in this game. It can definitely, I know that there are people who have motion sickness issues. So if you made it through that video, give yourself a pat on the back. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. Something a little bit different here tonight. Just feeling a little nostalgic for this game. Hadn't been out there and played it in a while, and we've been super busy. I've been dealing with all kinds of legal guru stuff. I'm writing legal document responses to a bunch of stuff. And man, just need a little bit of a break. And I was like, you know what? There's so many aspects of this that are related. I've been talking to you guys about wanting to come over here and show you guys some aim trainer stuff of how that works. People have been asking, like, they saw me play Battlefield recently. Sometimes I need to just go and blow off some steam in a game, and it's a great way for me to relax, and something that you know, I enjoy when I'm not you know, hanging out with the kids, the wife, the family, or coming in here hanging out with you guys, doing my trading, coding. this is my other, you know, hobby and pastime. And of course, hopefully they finish my pool soon, and I'm hoping to relax in my pool. But for now, until they finish out the pool, I'm in here just hanging out. So anyhow, folks, thanks for hanging out. For me, Pippy, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis, G, and the rest of the gang, get those clicks and more ticks in. And I'm sending out the big H-Town.